I took a cutting of a struggling Monstera deliciosa and put it outside, and lo and behold, it actually began to develop roots. I put it outside and I really wanted to see just what would happen, to see if my Monstera deliciosa grown outside would perform just as good or even better placed outside when compared to inside. Now, a couple of you were, I'll say, optimistic or skeptically optimistic that my Monstera would actually make it. So let's take a look to see what that Monstera cutting looks like right now. It's been about 2-ish weeks. I'm trying to do better with my filming, but it's been about 2-ish weeks since I placed it outside, and here are what the results are. Before I turn the camera around and show you what this particular plant looks like, let me invite you to subscribe to the channel as we march closer to 1.2 thousand subscribers. All right, let's take a look. First thing that I want to call out is that my Monstera leaf is still fairly green. Now I say fairly because it should be a deeper green than this. The reason why it is a bit on the yellowish side is because my soil has really remained pretty saturated. It's been raining a ton, and I didn't bring my Monstera inside or give it any kind of shelter. I just let the elements do its thing. One thing I want to call out, or I shouldn't say one thing, but another thing that I want to show with this Monstera performance is hidden right underneath this leaf. As you can see, my Monstera is still pushing out growth, which is absolutely amazing. So not only is this Monstera surviving, being placed outside in this full sun that's right behind me, it is actually pushing out growth, which is amazing. There are a couple of things that I've done to try and set my Monstera up for success when being placed outside, and to me it really starts with the soil. If you notice, or if you take a look at my soil composition, you'll see that my soil is something that doesn't have that much perlite in it, which means that it retains a lot of moisture. And the reason why I want it to maintain a lot of moisture is because not only is my Monstera going to lose water through evaporation of the leaves, but it's also going to just lose water from the soil because it is very hot outside, and it can also get fairly humid. Today it's about 89 degrees. My Monstera still looks great. The leaves, like I said, look pretty decent. So I think that with this growing season, I do think that this Monstera is going to continue to do really, really well. This Monstera leaf is also, if you were to feel it, and if I try to explain it to you, this leaf is, it even feels tougher than the leaf that I have inside. It has more of a, almost like a leather texture to it. So I do think that that's interesting as well. This could be one of the mechanisms that the leaf is using to protect itself from the sun outside, to prevent any kind of leaf scorch or leaf burn. Whatever this plant is doing, it's doing an amazing job. I do have this aerial root that is pointing downward. Eventually I do think it's going to get into the soil and help with the stability of the plant. And as this Monstera feels more stable, you will start to see it throwing out the characteristics of the fenestrations and the perforations that the Monstera deliciosa is really known for.